why you should watch Mysterious Girlfriend X. After my miserable failure of last year's attempt at being a YouTuber, it feels weird to return to the original format for this series. I mean, we started off so weirdly with Double J, and realistically this series is just an attempt at me talking about shows I enjoy that I have no reason otherwise to talk about. And this time it is Mysterious Girlfriend X. I absolutely love Mysterious Girlfriend X. Surprisingly, I've got a lot to comment on. And this time, I won't fuck up in the same ways that I fucked up in the previous two attempts in the past. This is a non-spoiler recommendation / review, technically. Technically because I'm telling you my opinions on it and telling you to watch it. Quick interjection. There's nothing to smile about in my life. The Spurs lost. Quick interjection. I haven't edited it yet, but I will be using clips from the first episode of this anime, Mysterious Girlfriend X. So, let's get into this. Mysterious Girlfriend X is a spring 2012 anime by the studio Hoods Entertainment. It is a seinen romance series focusing on our character's second year in high school. Our main character, Akira Tsubaki, is a student in this school, joined by his best friend, Kohei Ueno, as we are introduced to the transfer student. This transfer student is our main girl, voiced by Ayako Yoshitani. Her name is Makoto Urabe. She is a weird and mysterious girl who likes to be alone, whereas our boy Tsubaki is our typical guy. Other major characters are Ayako Oka, Aika Hayakawa, and the older sister of Tsubaki, Yoko Tsubaki. It is an ecchi anime, having scenes of panties and censored naked bodies. However, it isn't egregious, and most episodes don't even have a scene like that. So it's not fanservice-y. And obviously, as it is focusing on young romance, and very much on the thoughts we should keep to ourselves, guys, what the fuck are you doing? It does sometimes approach and mention sexual things. Hell, the starting monologue is about sex. And I would like to mention that if you are disgusted by the idea of people sharing spit, especially if they aren't kissing for it, then I would tell you either good luck or to turn around now. I mean, I gagged on that one scene in episode 1, but I still loved it. I wouldn't say this anime is that deep, but it doesn't miss out on anything because of that. It is exactly where it needs to be. I think the biggest drawing point for this show is its vibe. It's actually a very sweet show. It takes special care to talk about boundaries. And even if I think it gets a bit iffy at points about pushing those boundaries, the cast understands when they do wrong, and they have these boundaries on their mind at all times. The whole point of this show is to understand the emotions of each other, and even when they got to their most frustrating, I can understand why they did that. It also feels like a genuine experience. These characters have the perfect combination of character traits and personalities to make this sweet vibe even sweeter. It's cute. My personal favourite character, Oka, was very cute, was funny, entertaining, and brought on this vibe by being curious, whilst also exploring her friend's feelings. I keep saying this, but it felt genuine. Then there is our main character. Her mysteriousness, the way she has to share her feelings, her hard boundaries, and the way she feels all serves this sweet and cute narrative. It adds a meaningful layer. And talking about meaningful, this anime has some care put into it. This anime has the visual vibe of a late 90s to early noughts anime. So when I found out it was a 2012 anime, the same season as Hyoka and same year as the greatest anime of all time, I was shocked. In fact, there is only one huge animation mistake in this whole show, which you know isn't exactly good since there shouldn't be any. I was slightly confused since I thought the entire thing would have been 2D, but I guess they didn't want to deal with that liquid physics in 2D for some reason. This show is very pretty, however. I love Urabe's design. Hair over the eyes isn't exactly unique, but it was just so pretty to look at her design when she decided to show us one or even both of her eyes. Purely visually, I loved it. Oka is another design I think fits her personality. I love when her hair would puff up when embarrassed and the way the blush lines were drawn on her face during that. But what I really wanted to talk about was the bedrooms. I'm so used to bedrooms being empty, soulless rooms in anime. I blame Shiro Emiya, the Jason Tatum of anime characters. That's a lie, I'd rather hang out with Emiya than Tatum, and not the cool one either. So when we went 4 of 4, unlucky, in bedroom designs in this show, I went absolutely crazy. Our main character's room is the opposite of bland. It showcases a level of character thought that isn't even dove into in this anime. His choice in movie posters, his alarm clock, the cameras littered around his room. It's clear he has interests outside of what we see, and that's so cool. Even though we spend significantly less time in everyone else's rooms, we get to understand what they are into, and it even hints at compatibility issues or even high compatibility. The colours are also gorgeous. They choose to have half the scenes at sunset, but even when the stylish red and oranges aren't covering the screen, the blues in their hair, the way the skin is coloured, the shadows and everything, oh my. It's so reminiscent of older anime without losing the higher quality of modern anime. Or at least they can compete with 2012 Kyoto animations, which is one hell of a compliment. Though I say that, Hyoka absolutely showed out that season, so the manga is an early 2000s one, and it has that look, but the cover is beautiful too. They probably did a great job animating it. I wouldn't know since I haven't bought the volumes yet. And my script says right here, just looked on Amazon, each cover is so stylish, I'm so gonna make the thumbnail like that. And guess what, fuck niggas, I've already done it! Okay, talking about the care put into this show, the voice actors are also a big part of this. Seeing as this show tackles down-to-earth situations within the throes of young love, we should have some down-to-earth voice acting. And the voice actresses for both our main girl and Oka have some of my favourite performances that I can remember. It's not very often that I will notice a Japanese voice actor because that isn't the language I speak. But when I do, it's typically for the same thing, their tone. The natural tone of Ayako Yoshitani brought together this anime. Every time she spoke, it felt as if someone was actually speaking. I can't personally hear the Japanese anime voice because yet again I don't speak the language, but there is absolutely a big difference between anime voices and real speaking voices. And she speaks really well. There are a few moments later into the season where it's jarring because her acting isn't the best, but she really brought it back up within the next episode. She is best when she's nonchalant, to be honest. And Oka's voice actress, Ryo Hirohashi, was absolutely the woman for the job. She brought on the emotions no matter what. The conniving, the cute, the kinky, the embarrassed, whatever you want. Sadly, she is Mineta, but I haven't watched that anime in years, but she brought it back up because she's the lesbian bird trader from Double J, bro. Watch Double J, it's fantastic. And with that piece of information, I stopped writing my script. That's all you need to know. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this without spoiling the show. Honestly, I don't think much would have changed if you had known spoilers, but, this is how I'm doing it from now on. If you like a cute romance with themes of personal boundaries and sharing emotions, with an inclusion of a slightly disgusting but intimate actions, with a visual style straight out of the 90s, and a decent soundtrack and good voice acting, this is for you. In Japanese. I haven't watched it in English. I personally gave this show an 8 out of 10 on Mal. I've been thinking about upgrading that to a 9. I hope you enjoyed, because I certainly did. And I'll see you next week with... Oh, I know what next week's is. It's already uploaded. Change to Funny Girl Senpai. I'll see you. Bye.